Hello, we are doing the various houses which are there in astrology. So we've done the first and second house. Now I'm doing the third house. What does the third house say? The third house basically is the house which talks about people around you. It talks about the neighbors. It talks about your relatives. That is what it depicts. So third house is about your neighbors and relatives, A. Second thing, it talks about short travels, like something you go from Delhi to Gurgaon or to Lucknow within your own nation or country. The travel which you do, like what a truck driver does going from one place to other. It talks about the neighboring places within your country. So third house talks about short travels and the places which are around you. So it basically talks about short travels. The third house also depicts courage. It's an house which promotes courage. It's a very important house because third house not only promotes courage, it also talks about your self-efforts, the efforts which you do. So therefore third house talks about courage and efforts. It depicts courage and efforts. The other thing the third house depicts is about communication. How you communicate with others, what is your relationship with others, the way you deal with others. It therefore deals with public relation, it deals with sales job, it deals with your dealing with others. It talks about anything which you have to do with branding, anything which you have to do with where you have to go for public relations, sales, communication, branding, PR, advertisement. This is all depicted by the third house. Third house is also a house of gets you some transformation. It's the 8th from the 8th house. So it also talks about self-transformation, but that self-transformation is not which is inside you. It is a transformation where while you're working, you're making efforts. If the planets are strong and well placed there, it makes you change your method of working, the efforts which you do, the way you communicate, the way you work, and may leapfrog you to a kind of a very different plane, but it is more on the plane of efforts. So in that way it deals with self-transformation. The third house is 12th from the 4th, so it is a very important house when we talk about selling property, because it is 12th from the 4th, and 4th house depicts property. Anything which has to do with the sale of property or a sale of a vehicle, the third house has to be involved. So therefore third house is the house of your efforts, it's the house of your neighbors, it is the house of travels, and it is the house of communications. Apart from that, it has to be involved when we talk about selling of a property, etc. Again, here the planets placed here do play a very important role, but planets like the malefic planets, which are Mars, Saturn and Rahu, at least these three planets, when they are placed here, they increase a kind of a positiveness in the efforts which you do. If Mars is placed in third house, it makes you courageous. If Saturn is placed in the third house, it makes you a person who thinks and acts. If Rahu is placed in third house, it makes you a very kind of a person who can dabble with 10 things. It can make things go round. It can, you can do a lot of things which is required in the present Kali Yuga today. So therefore these planets here promote the way you deal with people in a positive way and perhaps make you more successful. But then the other planets are also very important, and each planet has a story to tell when it is placed in third house with reference to the things which I have told you in the third house. Therefore third house, please see it for your self-effort, for courage, for adventure, for PR skills, and it has to be involved when you have to sell a property. So this is it for the third house. We will, in the next video, I will cover the fourth house. Please subscribe to my channel. You can read books which are available with Sagar Publications, and also visit my site. Thanks for now. Bye.